Netcasts you love.
From people you trust.
This is Twit.
Bandwidth for iFive for the iPhone is provided by Cashfly at CACHEFLY.com.
This episode of iFive for the iPhone is brought to you by Gazelle, the fast and simple way to sell your used gadgets. Find out what your used iPhone, iPad, and other Apple products are worth at Gazelle.com. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another fun-filled episode of iFive for the iPhone. It's episode 67. We are cruising right along. This is the show where we scour the App Store and we find tips and tricks and goodies and stuff that we think you might want. And then we have a picnic, except that it's raining and we all kind of get wet. Number one, so let's talk about all those documents that you've got in a filing cabinet at home or in some folder, maybe even your junk drawer. Car insurance information, your passport that you're always misplacing if you're like me, stuff like that. What's the easiest way to access all of it? Well, just the other day I took a photo of my own license plate because I kept forgetting it and I kept needing it to pay parking tickets. And I knew if I had a photo of it, I could just pull it up on my phone. But then it's sort of somewhere in my camera roll, right? A new app called Mustbin wants to organize these photos for you. It not only stores vital information that you might need to access from time to time, but it also walks you through the process of scanning everything in with just your iPhone camera. There are a bunch of pre-selected bins, or you can create your own, whatever you want it to be. Guides and actions are designed to help you be prepared. Let's say your wallet goes missing or something else happens. Mustbin claims that its bin encryption, that's their term, not mine, technology provides bin-level encryption, AES 256 encryption on every file, and end-to-end encryption during cloud sync. The company says it can't even access your documents, so you shouldn't worry about anybody else either. Though you can choose to share certain bins with family or friends. If your wallet gets stolen, for example, Mustbin's designed to help you get back up and running quick. Now, clearly this is a great idea. Pretty much nothing is as easy as taking a photo. So for me, it comes down to, is my data really truly safe on Mustbin? I'm into the idea of having a backup of my huge gross wallet that's full of cards and receipts, so I think I'm gonna go for it. Mustbin's a great idea. It's iOS 7 only, but it is free. Number two, I know I'm always talking about how much I love Tweetbot, but that's not to say that the native Twitter app isn't also very good. It is. In fact, it got an update this week that's worth addressing here on iFive. I think there's some new features. So let's start with search. Twitter's all about context now. Who are you and what do you want to find? So you perform a search and results are now supposedly better tailored to the type of moments that you're actually looking for. It wants to know you. You're also supposed to be able to see what's trending on TV in the Discover tab after you perform a search. It's sort of down at the bottom. I can't really get that to work for me. It may be rolling out slowly, but it is a feature, or maybe I'm just not searching for the right stuff. I don't really use Twitter for TV, but that's definitely something that the company is interested in being linked to. Another little interesting goodie, in the Twitter app's DM section, direct messaging, I now have a list of users that Twitter is suggesting I might want to direct message. Now, these are all people that are my friends that I'm following. But why is Anne at the top here? Now, Anne and I talk all the time, but we never really talk via DM. So how does Twitter choose how to rank these people for me? Maybe Anne is lonely, I don't know. I will say that spending a bunch of time in the Twitter app makes a few things pretty clear. First, discovering people to follow is a lot easier than, say, on Tweetbot. The Discover tab is pretty great. Also, I find that there's more emphasis on favoriting tweets, and I know more about who's favoriting what. Tweet favoriting has always felt like a little private high five in an app like Tweetbot, so the native Twitter app's got some cool things going for it in this latest update. It's free, of course, because you also have to deal with promoted tweets. Number three, we got a cool tip for the Mail app, the native one, from John. He writes, did you know that you can tap and drag an address from the to line to, let's say, your CC line in iOS 7? I had no idea. Just me? Really? Oh, all right then. Well, John, you do a good little conversation with yourself, but I didn't know about that little trick until right this second. But it is real, and it is spectacular. Also worth noting that this is just for the native mail app only. I tried it in my favorite mail app, Mailbox. It does not work. Get on it, Mailbox team. This episode of iFive for the iPhone is brought to you by Gazelle. Are you thinking about getting the new iPad? You got some choices now. Maybe you just got the new iPhone 5S. Gazelle wants to buy your used iPhone, iPad, or other smartphone. You can lock in a price today and then send it to Gazelle when you get your new device, because Gazelle's offer is good for 30 days. Here's what you do. Go to gazelle.com, that's Gazelle.com, and find your item. Tell Gazelle the condition that your item's in. Is it a little bit banged up, has a scratch? That's okay. They even buy broken iPhones and iPads. Then you get a risk-free offer for your gadgets and free shipping. When it's time to get paid, you'll get paid fast by check, PayPal, or for an extra 5%, an Amazon gift card. So go to Gazelle now to get an offer for that iPhone or iPad. Again, paid in cash, payment is fast, and those offers are good for 30 days. That gives you time to transfer data, set up your new device, think about things. Gazelle will also wipe your data for free. So it's trustworthy. They've paid more than $100 million, that's quite a number, to over 700,000 customers. It's easy, free shipping, fast process. Search for an iPhone 5, an iPad 3 Wi-Fi, a Samsung Galaxy S2. The list goes on. What's your iPhone worth? Take a minute and go to gazelle.com to find out. Do it now, because your iPhone may lose value the longer you wait. And thanks to Gazelle for sponsoring this episode of iFive for the iPhone. Number 4, there's a new hot game in town, and it's called QuizUp. Have you heard about QuizUp? It's kind of a big deal. You can challenge your friends or random other players worldwide to compete with you in a variety of topics like tech, or sports, or geography, or boy bands, or even just general trivia knowledge. Everybody loves trivia, right? The app is fun, really fun, and it makes going head-to-head with somebody else kind of dramatic. You know, it's like you're on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire or something. It's really well made. The graphics are great. Some of the trivia questions are pretty hard, too, harder than I thought that they would be. I like to think of myself as a tech expert, but I didn't know all the answers in my last couple tech rounds, and that was kind of embarrassing, but I learned something. Now, I do think that the design is a little busy. There's a lot going on, maybe a little too much. I've got a ton of options when I want to challenge somebody or go for a rematch. And sometimes you're playing them in real time, and sometimes you aren't, depending on if they're actually on their phone at the same time as you. It's a little bit much to take in, but I think that's just me being nitpicky. People love trivia, right? I certainly do. QuizUp is totally free, but it is insanely popular in the App Store right now, so I imagine we'll see some cleverly placed in-app purchases before too long. Number 5. Finally, I really did save the best for last. I'd like you to learn Spanish, okay? I'd like you to learn Spanish from pictures of cats. And I'm not kidding. Cat Spanish from Cat Academy is a real thing. It combines the latest learning science with the power of cats on the internet to help you learn basic Spanish, which is basically magic. The app says it's like Rosetta Stone with the power of lolcat. You can learn more than 1,000 phrases in short little bursts.
¿Qué pasa?
Alongside cat interpretations. And you have 5 different test modes. You got multiple choice, typing, listening, conversation, and match the cat. Cat Spanish tracks your progress and adapts to your strengths. Visual association helps you store memories. Repetition helps you keep the memories. Adaptive learning algorithms, made famous by the Princeton and Oxford Design Memrise Learning System, maximizes your retention. This is science, you guys. And of course, Cat's cuteness helps everybody just be better people. That's also science. I've never been so happy to part with 99 cents as I was for Cat Spanish. Now they just need more languages. Chat français, s'il vous plaît. If you ever see or hear of a great app or trick on iFive and you'd like to go back over it or pass it along to somebody else, just go to our show notes at twit.tv/iFive. That's where all of our links live and also where you can subscribe to the show with the feed of your choice. Email us at iFive@twit.tv, leave us a voicemail at 614-on-iFive, or send us a video with an app review of your own. I'm Sarah Lane, this is iFive for the iPhone, and we'll see you all next week. Happy Turkey Day.